There's an analogy. There was a really good baseball player named Ted Williams, and he was talking to a really good golfer named Sam Snead. And Ted Williams, who was one of the best hitters in baseball, said to Sam, golf is a very easy game. And Sam's reply to Ted Williams was, but Ted, we play our foul balls. And where in baseball you don't play your foul balls, but in golf, if you make a bad swing and the ball goes in a bad direction, you have to play it. Well, when I was a youngster, my brother started playing golf when I was a sophomore in high school, and I really thought that wasn't a very good game, but he mentioned to me, he said, Wayne, if you ever start playing golf, you're going to realize that it's the best game that was ever invented. A bunch of people have taught me how to play. I've had, my brother gave me instruction. I've had instruction from other friends and other professional golfers that I know. And I've watched a lot of videotape of real good golfers and studied each swing that they had, from your pitching wedges to your driver. Well, before I was a teacher, I was a potter for 20 years, and when I decided to go into teaching, I told my wife that I would like to be a golf coach, because I wasn't into, like, football coaches and baseball coaches have to raise their voice a lot, and I always lose my voice. So I told my wife I'd like to be a golf coach, and in order to do that I had to practice and become, be able to legitimately show people how to hit the golf ball and how to play golf. And so with my wife's permission, I practiced a lot and I got better at it, and then a job opened up at the high school, and then I applied for the golf coaching. I was a JV coach for girls for a year, and then I became the head coach, and then I was a JV coach for the boys for about 12 years, and then I just got the head coaching job this year. Yeah, I enjoy it a lot. It's a lot of fun. I like to teach and I like to instruct. I think golf is a game that we can play throughout our lives and at different levels, and as I've gotten older, my game is not as good as it used to be, but I still enjoy it. Well, I think the interaction between my golfers, having one-on-one personal contact and instruction, and also like when we ride, I like to share stories of my life, and ride to and from golf meets. I like to share my stories with them and about my life, and this way we make a connection. I think that was, you hit the nail right on the head when you said student athlete. You're a student first when you're in high school or in college, and then you're an athlete. So I feel that it's important to get good grades and to develop good character and the responsibility, because if you have good responsibility with doing your student work, you'll have good responsibility doing your golf work. Yeah, golf is a game. It's a hard game, and it's a game that you never own, but you just borrow for a while. But it also has a lot of teaches the student of golf a lot of life lessons. And when I play with people, I've played with thousands of different types of people, and you can tell what type of person that person is who you're playing with after 3 holes of golf. You can tell a person who has perseverance, or a person who gets frustrated easily, or a person who doesn't accurately report their score. So there's lots of different venues of how you can learn about a person's character. If they're trying and they're listening and trying to get better, it's really not hard keeping my patience. It's when when my golf students don't try to improve, that's when it gets to be a little trying and a little frustrating. Our goal is to have better scores and to keep getting better, and if you start doing that, having getting better scores will make the learning experience more enjoyable and more fun. Golf is a game that you have to persevere in, and you have to be able to bounce back when you have a rough hole. You need to be able to think, because a lot of the playing of golf happens between the space between your ears. You can have a windy day, you can have a very hot day, you can have a cold day, you can have a wet day, you can have a wet cold day, you can have a hot wet day. You have so many different variables. The other one, your lies aren't always the same. You might have a ball above your feet, below your feet. You might have a tree in your way, you might have a tree in your backswing, you might have a tree in your follow through, you might have a root near your ball, and because golf is a game where you have to play the ball where it lies, and so you can't, if you're playing real golf, you can't move the ball without a penalty. Rules?
Yeah.
Well, it's really funny because one of the rules of golf is that golfers must know the rules, and there's a whole book of rules. In actuality, how many rules really come in play? Maybe 7 rules in the whole book, but there are always rules for different situations. And again, as a golfer and a coach, I carry rules of golf with me. And we also, if we have any questions as a coach, we can call the WIA from the golf course to get a ruling if the golf pro doesn't know.